Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode with Real Talk with KLun Divine Inspiration podcast. Today, guys, we're going to jump right into our topic of conversation. We are going to be talking about balance, balancing emotional health, balancing emotional health. I love to talk about mental health, mental clarity, because it is so vitally important. And our emotional health is a part of our mental health. People are dealing with so much in this world, all across the world. I don't care where you go, what race, what nationality, economic status, educational status. People are dealing with stuff. They're having to maintain their emotional health, their mental health, their physical health, and it goes on and on and on. And during this time, so many people are having issues relating to others. So that falls into their emotional, social well being. And it's very important that we have balance in every area of our life. So, again, we're dealing with balancing emotional health. Okay, and again, it's no discrimination, no partiality, all across the globe. I don't care where you go around the world, people are dealing with something, some type of emotional health, mental health, all around the globe. No one is excluded. North America, South America, Asia, Africa, China. I don't care where you go, Australia, everywhere, Europe. Everybody is dealing with their emotional health, their mental health. So that's what we're going to talk about today is the emotional mental health. Okay, and it is vitally important that you seek out some type of help if you're dealing with depression. It is a silent thing. You can be in the house with someone and never really pick up, if you're not really paying close attention to them, you will never pick up on the signs of depression that that person is dealing with. So that's what we're going to talk about, some of that today, about how you can begin to recognize that someone is um, dealing with different stuff around you, whether it's in your home, a co-worker, family member, people that you're coming in contact with at school, whatever. Begin to pay attention not only to the body language, but begin to pay attention to the words that people are saying. Because so oftentimes when people are dealing with depression, they're giving you signs. They're trying to tell you in their own way. But if you are disregarding what they're saying, ignoring them, you're overlooking. Like you know, kind of shove them off. Like, oh, go on, man, go on. You know, don't be talking like that. It's gonna be all right, and you kind of shove it to the side. But begin to pay more attention when people tell you that I'm so tired. I'm tired of this world. I'm tired of living like this. I just rather be dead. I wish I was just gone. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to check out of here. Begin to pay attention to those type things. People are dealing with depression, and some of that can turn into a major uh, mental illness, mental health issue. So begin to pay attention to things like that. Okay, so some of the most common untreated mental illness affecting people in the world, across the world, is depression. That's one of the most common things that people deal with concerning mental health, mental illness, is depression, because it goes undetected so many times. Although it's there right in our face, we fail to recognize it. We overlook it. We disregard people. And depression can take on many forms. When somebody's dealing with depression, it can make it difficult for that person to even function from day to day. They have a hard time completing tasks, just little simple tasks. They have a hard time just in their own home. We're not even talking about work or school. They have a hard time in their own house. Just it's just a major task for them just to be able to get out of bed, and then not only get out of bed but to do something in their house, like clean their house. They may start but they never finish. They start to make up the bed but they never finish. The bed is halfway made, the house is halfway clean. They never finish what they start. Or they go to work, they never finish tasks. They start something and it just begins to clutter. Things pile up on the desk. Things are just stacked up on the desk. And then you may go into their work area and you be like, oh my God, how in the world do they get anything done in here? They're not. They're not. It's so much going on up here in their head. So many racing thoughts in the head that they're not able to finish a simple little task. It can be as simple as emailing a letter. It never gets done because they don't have that drive to do it. They know they need to do it, but they keep putting it off because it's like, I don't feel like being bothered with this. I don't want to deal with this today. I'll do it later. And later always becomes never, because that person is feeling emotionally down and out and deprived, motionless. They're effortless when they're dealing with those thoughts and feelings of depression. So things become harder and harder for them to accomplish and for them to complete that task. And it's very hard for them to perform at a 100% rate. And you may even notice it in a person where in your mind you might be saying, they're always tired. They always act like they're tired. They look so sluggish. But in actuality, the person may be dealing with a type of depression. So they're not. So in a sense, it is a tiredness. It is a sluggishness, but it's mentally. It's a mental tiredness. Not a physical tiredness, but a mental tiredness. They have anguish in their mind. The mind is just toiling. They have mental anguish. So begin to pay those individuals some attention and just be a shoulder for them. Be a listening ear. Okay? Allow them to express themselves and offer encouragement. Build them up. Encourage them to keep going, to keep performing, and to give it a little bit of extra. Okay? Kind of come along and be their little cheerleader along the way, encouraging them and let them know that it's going to get better and that you're there for them. Okay? Make yourself available. Give them your phone number. Let them know it's okay. If you need somebody to talk to, here's my number. Call me up. I don't care what day it is, what time it is. Make yourself available for that person. You can be their little, in a sense, saving grace. That you are the vessel that comes along and is able to usher that person into a better state, a better mindset. Okay? Because you may begin to notice that that person is becomes withdrawn. They're not interacting with other people like they used to. So that's a sign right there, something that you may have been overlooking. But begin to pay that attention when you begin to see people become withdrawn. That's not always the case when they're withdrawn. It can be other factors. Withdrawal can be something else is going on. It can be an abusive situation, a verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, reading they're withdrawn or they're grieving, dealing with loss. They can become withdrawn, isolated. So, but you still have to pay attention and ask, are you okay today? Is everything going okay for you? How can I help you? And make yourself available. Offer assistance, offer resources for that person when you come into the knowledge or realization that they are actually dealing with depression. Offer them some resources and materials. Direct them in the right place for them to get the help that they need, professional help that they need, some mental health providers. Offer them the right help so that they can get back on the right track and become a healthier individual emotionally. Because people dealing with depression now, they're taking their own lives, they're committing suicide. It's just a lot going on, so you don't want to take it lightly and make a joke out of it, because some people make a joke out of everything. But it's time to cut out the joking and really begin to pay attention to people when they're showing you the signs. The signs are there. Stop ignoring the signs. You are the one that is able to recognize it and come into that knowledge for a reason. It's not for you to joke about it, laugh about it, go tell somebody else about it. If you're going to tell it to the people who are going to be able to help the individual. Tell it to the right source. Don't make it a gossip piece, but put it in the hands of some individuals that is going to be able to help that person deal with their depression and overcome the situation that they are in. Because you can be the one that actually help to save a life, and that will be vitally important. Hey, emotional wellness, some things that can be done in order to manage emotional wellness, emotional health, is stress. Some people can fall into a state of depression just from being stressed out, overwhelmed with stress. They don't know how to manage their stress levels. And because they don't know how to manage the stress, they begin to fall back in a depression. They become overwhelmed with things in the home, things that they have to do, things that they have to take care of. They become overwhelmed with taking care of a loved one, taking care of the kids. I got the shift and shovel things. They don't know how to manage the things that are going on. They don't know how to manage taking care of kids and juggling. I got to go to work, or I got to go to school, then I got to come home, see about the kid. I got to help them with homework. I got to cook dinner, feed them. I got to help them take their bath, help with homework, and it becomes overwhelming. I got to take care of the bills, and it can become very overwhelming. You see it increasing more and more with the younger generation, because nowadays you have people having babies at an earlier age, and you have more teenagers having babies, more young adults having babies. It's not older people that are not starting families now. They're much younger generations, and a lot of times they're basically babies themselves. They're so young, and they don't know how to manage. If they're not in the household with the older person, with still living with their parents or grandparents, to have that assistance and to help them prioritize and put everything in perspective, they can easily move into a slope of depression. So you want to pay close attention to the signs and help them begin to manage their stress. Encourage them to stop entertaining those self-punishing negative thoughts that are coming to their mind. They need to eliminate that. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Encourage them to ask for help. Let them know there's nothing to be ashamed of. If they need help, if they need assistance dealing with something, it's okay to ask for help. And when the help is made available and extended to you, Don't be too proud to receive the help so that you can get the assistance that you need to deal with your depression, to deal with your emotional health, so that you can become better. Okay, so that you can move forward. Okay, another part of managing stress is get some rest, get some sleep. That's a major part of things also with people. They're not getting enough rest. They're out and about. They're here and there, and they're not taking enough time to allow their body to be restored, for the body to rest and relax. And sometimes people say, well, I went to sleep, but did you rest? Yes, you closed your eyes and you drifted off to sleep, but did you actually rest? Some people can sleep, but they don't rest because that mind is being turmoiled. There's so much mental anguish going on in the mind from everything that has transpired. They don't take the time to detox and relax not only their body, but relax the mind. Your mind needs to rest just like your body needs to rest. So it's not just a sleep state where you physically going to sleep, but you want to also allow that body to rest while you are sleeping. Allow the mind to rest. Learn how to turn off the thoughts that are being entertained in your head. You just have to shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. Put those thoughts to rest so that your mind can stop being turned over and over and over. Okay? Another thing is exercising. You might want to go walking, go jogging. If you can't do that outside, you don't want to go to a public gym, invest in you a few pieces of equipment, get one piece and gradually add on. Start out small and simple and work out at home, or go old school, do the running in place, the jumping jacks, the squats, push-ups, sit-ups. Do something, exercise, and that will help relieve your stress level. It will be beneficial in reducing your blood pressure. Watch your diet, the things that you're taking into your body, because sometimes you can eat foods and it can cause your mind to toil, cause you to have crazy dreams and stuff when you do go to sleep, and therefore your mind is not resting. You wake up in sweats and nightmares and stuff because you just ate something crazy, or you watching too much TV. You saw something foolish on TV before you went to sleep. Now your mind is replaying these scenarios as you're sleeping. So learn to turn off the TV, meditate, exercise, take time to take care of yourself. You can start journaling things, write out your thoughts, get them out your head, put them on paper. That will reduce all of that mental anguish. And deal with it. Deal with what's before you to help reduce your stress. Change your mindset. Stop thinking so negative. Begin to think positive. I did another podcast about affirmations. Speak positive things over your life every day. You don't have to have a long, drawn out list, but speak some words of positivity over your life. I am blessed. I am highly favored. I am attracting blessings. Blessings are on the way. Blessings are being released. Favor is finding me. God is putting me on the mind of someone that is going to bless me, that is going to pour into my life, that is going to sow into my life. I am full of greatness. I am destined to do great things. I am the head, not the tail. I am the lender and not the borrower. I'm the more than a conqueror. I am not defeated. I am victorious. I shall succeed. Speak positive. I can do this. I will accomplish this today. I am full of vitality. I am full of life. I'm going places. I have things to do, places to go, and people to see. Speak good over your life. Simple as that. Simple as that. It is simple as that. Deal with things, declutter things in your life. Declutter things in your home. Throw away stuff. Throw away things from the past. Many people are in past relationships. You're still holding on to old baggage. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. Not only in the trash can. Throw it out the window. Throw it in the hobo. Get rid of it. Declutter the past. Declutter. Get rid of the things. Change that mindset, because the mindset matters. Redirect your thought process. Begin to think positive. I can't say that enough. Begin to think positive. And it's going to help improve your relationships in many areas of your life. You're going to see a big difference. But by all means, deal with any type of depression and refocus. Take a deep breath, refocus. If you know somebody that's dealing with depression, by all means, I encourage you to please assist them, aid them, and point them in the right direction so they can get the help that they need. Sometimes we can have a concern for people, a love for people, and we're doing everything we know how to do to encourage them, to build them up. We're being that cheerleader, but then we have to also, as we're offering our assistance to people who are seriously dealing with depression and emotional problems, mental health issues, mental illnesses and stuff, we have to learn when it's time for us to take our hand off of the situation. And that take our hand off of it doesn't mean you're going to no longer be there for them, but taking your hand off of it in the sense that, okay, now I see the cues. I know it's time for me to put you in the hands of someone who is better qualified to assist you, whether it be a professional person that deals with depression or mental health, mental illness, or whether you're directing them in the path of a counselor, whether it be in the secular realm of a counselor, professional counselor, or whether you're directing them in the path of a counselor in the state of pastoral counselor or pastor minister that can counsel them and give them some sense of direction. But by all means, you want to direct them to the right resources that they can get the help that they need. By all means, that's something that we want. And most important, we want to begin to have resilient thinking, bounce back. That's how many people fall into a state of depression, because they're not able to bounce back. They're not resilient. They can't take the blows. They can't take the hard hits. They take it to heart and they stay in that place of depression. But we have to be resilient, and that's going back to changing that mindset. And we have to be determined not to give up. I don't care what life throws me. I have to be determined to keep going forward. I'm not going to give up. I don't care how bad it hurts, how many tears I have to shed, how many times I break down. I have a determination that I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. We have to have that mindset that I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to fight these negative thoughts. I'm going to fight these self-sabotaging thoughts. And I'm just resurfacing. I'm going to take care of myself and nurture myself to the best of my ability so that I can stay afloat and keep functioning, keep progressing from day to day. It's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to take it day by day, step by step, minute by minute, until I eventually reach my goal, eventually reach my purpose and destiny in life. And that's what we have to do. Deal with the issues, deal with the pain, deal with the hurt, deal with the loss, deal with the heartache. Don't stay in a place of depression. Let it go. Declutter your life and begin to move forward. And guys, that's it. This has been Real Talk with KLun Divine Inspiration. Again, our topic for today was balancing emotional health. Deal with a depression, deal with those challenging thoughts, and get your life back on track. Guys, I want to encourage you to share this podcast with your family, friends, co-workers, your neighbors. Share, share, share. I encourage you to subscribe to my podcast. Consider being a contributor to the podcast. Also, you can listen to an audio only version on anchor.com. Go to anchorfm.com. You can follow me. You can follow me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, also on Pocket Cast and the Breaker app. You can just go to your web browser, type in those names: Spotify, Anchor, FM, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Google Podcast, and look for Real Talk with KLun Divine Inspiration, and you can find me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me on YouTube. As you're watching this video, you may have come across it in your YouTube news feeds or on some other platform, social media, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. But go over to my YouTube page, KLun Divine Inspiration, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you'll be alerted every time I post new video content, guys. Also, guys, I want to encourage you to go to Facebook. If you're not watching already on Facebook, go to Facebook and check out my Facebook group. It's called KLun Divine Amazing Deals. KLun Divine Amazing Deals. In that group, I am posting Amazon merchandise, the products from Amazon.com. I'm posting in that group. That's all that's in that group is Amazon merchandise. That's all that I'm posting on there. It's a variety of merchandise you can save. They have price drops, coupons, the discounts, subscription savings. So go and check out that and see the available promo codes. Some items might not have a promo code yet or discount yet, but they are great bargains, great finds that I am posting. Many people are cashing in on it. I've been able to help thousands and thousands of people save on Amazon.com. So please go join the group, KLun Divine Amazing Deals, guys. And I would just like to give a shout out to some followers and listeners. I am so excited with the number of downloads thus far that we have gotten on Spotify and Anchor FM and Google Podcasts and the YouTube videos. So I want to give a shout out. Let me look at my list. I want to give a shout out to all of the listeners in the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, Philippines, Ireland, Jamaica, Canada, Nigeria, and India. Those are the most listened countries thus far. Okay, there are a couple of others like the Bahamas and stuff, but the majority of the people that are tuning in are from the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, the Philippines, Ireland, Jamaica, Canada, Nigeria, and India. So I thank you guys for tuning in to my podcast. It is a bi-weekly podcast for those who are just not finding the podcast videos or the audio. It is bi-weekly. So follow Real Talk with KLun Divine Inspirations on Spotify, Anchor.fm, the Breaker app, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, or Pocket Cast, and also on YouTube. I upload the video podcast to my YouTube channel, KLun Divine Inspirations. So check me out on those platforms, guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you tuning in on Sundays at 8 a.m. That is our designated podcast airtime. Sundays, 8 a.m. on a bi-weekly schedule. So we will be coming with more episodes, and we are in season 2. This is our first month in season 2. So we're getting ready for episode number 2 in season 2. So guys, thank you. Well, actually, this is episode 2. So thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Until the next time, this has been Real Talk with KLun. And like as always, we just come straight forward. We don't cut corners. We just give you the uncut conversation. And just continue to tune in, guys. We have more great things coming up. So hopefully in the very near future, we'll be featuring some other people on here, some guests. So I'm looking forward to that. It's in the works. But guys, again, thank you for your support. And again, thank you to those countries that are listening. Keep listening. Keep sharing. I appreciate your support. So again, shout out to the United States, Germany, United Kingdom, whoop, whoop, United Kingdom, the Philippines, yay, Ireland, Jamaica man, Canada, Nigeria, and India. Thank you guys.